webinar today. It's going to be about the bench press. So if you can join that, we'd love to have you. If you can't, we will post the recording on Slack so you can check it out there. And then tomorrow we have our opening ceremonies for Go for the Gold. Make sure you register. The link to register is in our Slack page as well, so you can find it there. But once you register, you'll get the link to our opening ceremonies tomorrow, and then our events start on Monday. Super fun program. Hope you all register for it. It's going to be fun. All righty. Let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm subbing for Kimber today. My name's Jenny. This is 20 minutes of Pilates. We're going to focus on the core and the glutes today. So go ahead and take it to the edge of your mat. I want your feet about shoulder width apart, toes facing forward. I want you to grip the ground with your feet, so kind of anchoring those ankles into the floor. And then roll those shoulders back and down, activate the glutes, brace the core, and we're going to take a nice deep breath in, filling up the lungs, expanding the diaphragm. Bring those hands together. I want you to reach up, really elongating that spine. And then exhale, bring those arms back down. We're just focusing on the breath here to start us out today. Big, deep inhale. Do that one more time. Arms come up.
Hi, Jenny. I'm sorry to interrupt. Can you spotlight yourself on the video?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming off mute because I'm not looking at the chat. So thank you. Let me spotlight. Okay, cool. I normally do that. Forgot. Thank you. All right. Last deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Very good. Go ahead and hinge at the hips. Start to allow the upper body to come forward. Dangle those arms down in front of you, taking it to a forward fold. So just a slight bend in those knees. You can grab onto your elbows here if that feels more comfortable. You can rock side to side here. Just try to relax as much as you can in this forward fold. Good, feeling that nice stretch in the back of the legs. Stretching out the spine. Very good. Go ahead and place your hands on your mat and slowly walk it out to a high plank position. Make sure that those shoulders are right on top of those wrists. Hips are down, core is braced. And I want you to bring one foot forward into a lunge position. That foot should be outside of the hand. Drop that back knee on your mat. Let those hips drive forward here, feeling that nice stretch in the groin, into the hip flexor. Go ahead, take some nice deep breaths here. We're going to add a twist. So go ahead and take that inside arm up. We're going to rotate the chest towards that front leg. Again, keep that back leg on your mat. Tilt that chin up to the sky. Looking up towards your hand. Good. As you exhale, bring that hand back down. We'll go ahead and switch sides. So take that other leg forward into that lunge position. Should be on the outside of that hand. Back knee is on your mat, holding here. Let the hips fall forward. Good. Inside arm twist open. Open up that chest, tilt the chin up, looking towards that hand. Very good. Exhale, bring that hand back down. Go ahead and take it back to a high plank. So on your toes, lift the knees off the floor. Good. And then bring those hips up, take it to a downward dog. Try to drive those heels into your mat, keeping the legs nice and straight. Pressing through the hands. Go ahead and rock out those heels. Bending one leg at a time, deepening that stretch in the hamstring into the calf. Good, and then drive both heels down as much as you can. Exhale, go ahead and take it back to a high plank. So drive those hips back down. Nice straight line, flat back. Holding here. Make sure that neck is neutral, so looking straight down on your mat. Deep breath in. And exhale, drive those hips back up. Take it back down to that downward dog. Driving those heels down. Very good. Go ahead and exhale. Take it back to your plank position. We're going to go ahead and drop the knees on your mat. I want you to come to all fours here. So we want to find a nice 90-degree angle at the hip and the knee. So those knees should be right directly under those hips. Shoulders on top of the wrists, like always. And we're going to take it to some bird dogs. So nice and slowly, I want you to brace the core. We're keeping that spine nice and neutral. And as you keep that position, we're going to lift the opposite arm and opposite leg off the floor, extending as far as you can. We're going to alternate sides here. The goal is to keep your shoulders and your hips parallel to the mat. Big reach. This is all about the core here. Also squeezing that glute as you lift that leg in the back. Go ahead, take this at your own pace. Pausing at the top for a couple seconds, really focusing on that squeeze. Good. Think about squeezing your glute to lift that leg off the floor. I want you to practice mind-muscle connection today. Think about those muscles you're using as we work through our exercises. Go ahead and give me one more on each side. Good. And we're going to pulse. So take it out and pulse at the top for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it. Take it back down to your mat. Other side. Lift and pulse. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, big squeeze, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back down to your mat. Very good. Next up, I want you to bring one leg forward. Take it to a kneeling position. So one leg is down, one leg is up. I want your toes facing forward. Knee is going to track the toe. I want you to tuck that back toe under. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. And we're going to lift up into a lunge position. So standing up all the way. Then we're going to take it back down into a lunge. All the way back down to the floor. Knee comes down. Doing it again. Driving through that front heel. Standing up. And then take it all the way back down. I want you to work through this at your own pace. Slow and controlled as you bring that knee back down to your mat. Good. Go ahead and give me 2 more reps. And on that second rep, I want you to take it halfway and we're going to pulse. So bending that front knee about 90-degree angle at the knee and pulse. Good. Tiny little pulses. You should feel that front leg burning into that glute. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down to your mat, kneeling position. Very good. We're going to switch sides. So bring that other leg forward in that kneeling position. Keep that knee on the floor to start. Tuck that back toe under. and we're gonna prep for our lunges. Now, make sure that you're not tight roping your legs here. So we want the feet to be about shoulder width apart. All right. As you get ready, brace the core, roll the shoulders back and down, driving through that front heel, take it to standing. Slow and controlled on the way back down. Good. Bringing that back knee all the way back down to your mat. Full release at the bottom. Make sure that front knee is tracking that front toe. Good. Also challenging our balance with these today. Couple more reps, and then we'll take it to that pulse. Good. Last rep right here. Go ahead and take it all the way up and then come down. Meet me in that halfway hold and pulse. 90-degree angle in that front and back leg at the knee. Give me 10, 9, pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back down to your mat. Very good. Release it. Awesome work. We are going to flip it over. So on your back, on your mat, we're going to take it into some dead bugs. So lifting the feet off the floor. I want your knees right above your hips. Arms come up straight to the sky. And I want you to think about pulling your spine into your mat here. So keeping the contact with your mat. Nice and slowly, we're going to extend the arm and the opposite leg out, bringing it to about 6 inches, and then taking it back up to that starting position. So nothing touches the floor here as you bring that leg down. Just hovering. Good. If you need to modify here, you can keep the leg bent and just tap the heel. Same thing, opposite arm and opposite leg. Extend out. Good. Keep that core tight. Spine should be on your mat. Trying not to let that lower back lift off the floor. Almost there. Good. One more on each side. Awesome job. Go ahead and place your hands behind your head. And we're going to take our feet into a diamond position. So knees come out here. Your heels are together. So we're making a diamond shape with our legs. Now, nice and slowly, I want you to bring your legs down to the floor and tap your heels on your mat. And then press back up, take it back to the top. Slow and controlled as those legs come down. Again, let those knees fall out. And as always, we're trying to keep that back nice and flat to our mat. Avoiding that arch by keeping the core nice and tight. It's burning. We're really focusing on that lower core here, those deep muscles. Good. 3 more reps. And the last one right here. Very good. Go ahead and place those feet down on your mat. Arms come down by your side. We're going to take it to some glute bridges. So focusing on the core and the glutes here. Before we drive through those heels, I want you to brace your core really quick. Act like someone's about to punch you in the gut. So core is braced, driving through the heels, lift the hips off the floor, drive it all the way up to the sky, big squeeze at the top. Slow and controlled, bring it back down to your mat. Again, drive those hips up. And slow and controlled, take it back down. Working through these glute bridges nice and slow. Throughout the entire glute bridge, I want you to try to keep your glutes squeezed. Challenge yourself to try that out today. It makes a huge difference. Not only squeezing your glutes at the top, but continuing to squeeze them throughout the movement. Try it. Yep, it'll make your legs start shaking. Good work. All the way up at the top. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. On this next rep, I want you to meet me in a hold at the top. Good, we're squeezing and holding. Keep that core nice and tight. Arms are down by your side on the floor. If this is challenging enough, I want you to hold here. If you're up for a challenge today, I want you to take it into a march. One leg at a time, lifting off the floor. Good, adding a little challenge today in this glute bridge. March it out if you can. Keep those hips up nice and high. Good, glutes are on fire. 10 more seconds. If you're holding, keep holding. If you're marching, keep marching with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop the hips back down on the floor. Very good. All right, team. Take a couple deep breaths here. We're going to roll it over and take it to a plank position. So we're going to challenge ourselves today and finish off our class together with a plank hold. So what I want you to do is on your forearms, I want your palms to face up to the sky, okay? Make sure that the elbow is right under the shoulder, just like we would with those wrists if we were on our hands. And I want you to take the legs out. You can hold this on your knees or on your toes, up to you. But I want you to drive those hips up, holding that nice strong plank. Palms are up towards the sky. I want your forearms parallel to each other. So we're not crossing the hands. We're keeping those forearms parallel. Good. Holding here for 10 seconds. We'll get a break and we'll do it again. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop the knees to your mat. Let's go ahead and shift it back to a child's pose. Hips come to your heels. Place the forehead on your mat. Arms extend out. Couple deep breaths, and we're going to try that plank again. We're going to hold it a little bit longer this time. Good. When you're ready, lift the hips. Go ahead and place those forearms on your mat, palms face up, forearms are parallel to each other. Knees or your toes, go ahead and lift the hips up, holding that plank. Hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Straight line from the head to the heels. Watch that neck. Make sure it's neutral. We're not looking down. We're not looking up. Good. 10 seconds. Keep squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop the knees back down. Very good. Take the knees wide. Shift the hips back into a child's pose. Walk the hands out in front of you. Place the forehead on your mat. Whew. Take a couple deep breaths. Lots of core work today. Hopefully you felt some good burning in the glutes as well. Awesome job. That was 20 minutes of Pilates. Kimber will be back next week, but thank you guys so much for joining me. If you'd like to stay on your mat in that child's pose, feel free. I'll end the meeting for us. But thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.
Thank you.